Hi guys, welcome back to The Good, The Bad with Kat. I am Kat, and as you can tell, we are ready to do some eyeshadows. You can tell I already have my base on because I was on the ColourPop website and I saw this eyeshadow. I about died. I ordered it on the spot because everything in me had to get this onto my eyelid. This is from their New Moon collection. It's their Color Shock Pop Super Shock Shadow in the color the Voltar, right? I think it's shiny, so that's the problem. The Voltar. And I don't know enough about New Moon. I have seen the movie a long time ago, but this shadow is so beautiful. I don't care what it's from, to be honest. I want it on my eyeball. And then we'll talk about a little bit of why I'm not the biggest Twilight fan. Look at that. I mean, that is like dried blood right there. It makes my heart so happy. It reminded me, and I knew it would go so perfectly with my Sinister palette because it has this damned color. Look at this. This is like the matte version of that. A little bit redder. And then I thought, oh, did I waste my money because I have this color? And then when I swatched it a minute ago, I realized no. Because look, it's more cranberry, but then it also goes... It's much cooler than this one, and then it also tends to favor the gold shimmer. It tends to, no matter how you do the green purple, that is that multi-chrome, and that's okay. And you guys know how much I love this palette. This palette just makes my heart happy. So I'm so excited. I have lots of thoughts of what we should do, but I think what we should do is just, let's be bold. Let's just stick it right on the eye. Let's just do it. Okay. I'm trying to do it so you guys can see it. So I have my mirror here, and so I'm trying not to go off camera. I want to just start building an outer eye with that. And then I had this thought, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Okay, let's go in with Damned and kind of lay that underneath so it gives it something to, well, let's see. See, I just made a mistake. This is what I did. So that's what it looks like alone. That's what it looks like on the top of the Damned. No, we're going to do it separately. I don't like it. So sometimes you're like, I'm going to do this, and then sometimes your hand makes an excellent eyeshadow palette, and you can practice there, even though I did put a little bit of the Damned on my eye. That's okay. We're going to go ahead with our finger because it's more of a soft color, and we're going to go ahead and just pack that in to this outside corner. This makes me so happy. These are my favorite kind of shadows that are soft like this, because I do think you can use a brush, and I'll show you real quick. I'm pretty sure you can use a brush, but I'm going to use a flat brush. So like, see how it's flat and rounded? And I'm going to go into that, and I'll show you. So it does work. I just think these colors sometimes work better with my finger. I'm pretty annoying that way. I died when I saw this. So Twilight and New Moon and all them, I think Twilight is 20 years old right now. And, you know, it has a cult following. And I respect that. But I will be honest, I wasn't the biggest Twilight fan when it first came out. I did watch it. My sister and mom were huge, huge fans. And the reason why I was not a big fan is I was a mom, a young mom with 2 kids, and very annoyed by teeny bopper drama. Does that make sense? That sounds so evil, and I don't mean it that way. But when you're in the trench of raising your children, the last thing you want to deal with is some high school kid problem. I was so young that I was still close enough to high school, you know, that it like was too close to home, even though there were no vampires and werewolves when I was a kid. I'm actually just going to go ahead and do something crazy and bring this all the way in. And the reason why we're going to do that is because I want to put this on my whole entire face. Wouldn't that be amazing? Okay. You may see that at some point because I just had an epiphany. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? So I'm going to do something because I'm out of Q-tips. I forgot to restock my Q-tips. I'm going to go in with my little makeup wipe and try to clean up that little, I don't know if you guys saw it, but that little weird, I bumped it. Now I want to figure out, how do I want to incorporate this into as a look? So I just look at this color. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. It's got like burgundy and then it's got black in it. So it is really fun how it just sits on the eye. And it's a beautiful eyeshadow. You know what I mean? It definitely stacks on well. So I was able to like make it so that it's completely opaque, and that makes my heart very happy. And now I'm thinking, what am I thinking? I'm just kind of looking at all my darker palettes that are sitting on my desk and thinking, do I have any fun color that I can put into that to see if I can make this fun? Let's do some swipes real quick. I'm going to stay in the Sinister palette for a minute. And of course, I'm automatically thinking of this pink, but see, that is going to make it go super pink. Let's try this. Let's go right here next to it. So that's one eye look we can do. This is just something fun to do. Everybody should do this with their palettes. You know, swipe to see, because I was thinking about that. Do I like that? This is my Beauty Creations color. That might be the best one right there, because it's still warmer. But see what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to see if I can create a shift. So when you're looking at my eye and you're looking at this, so I know that looks weird. This creates a pink to red, so it's going to cool it off. This is a silver to burgundy, you bloody blood. So it's going to do two contrast. And then this one, look how that kind of fades in. So that's kind of when I'm thinking about a makeup look sometimes, or I'm looking at trying to do my eye. That's just a simple way. Yes, it's messy, but you know, makeup's messy and makeup's fun. So the color that I think I'm going to go into is my Beauty Creations. I was going to stay in my Sinister. Don't ever trust what I'm saying. It's my Beauty Creations, and it's in the color Cosmic Dolly. You guys have seen me use this. This is seriously one of my, you guys know, one of my most favorites. But see how this is going to set just on top of that. So beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted. Just a light. So it's super shimmer, which is kind of fun, but I don't want it to be too much shimmer. So there's always the balance. Too much shimmer, not enough shimmer. Shimmer, 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 shimmer. So it's a dance, and you're going to mess up, and then you're going to go back in and you're going to fix it, and you're going to mess up and you're going to go back in and you're going to fix it. So I don't want that much shimmer here. So I'm going to take the brush and I'm dipping back into the Voltar. And now I'm packing that on right here so that I have limited amount of that shimmer. Like it's blending it in so that the shimmer is going to keep going across, but it's darkening it up so it's not so like va boom. You know what I mean? I want to create like a bit of a thing. Ooh, there's stuff on sale at Michael's. All right, now I want to try something real quick. And then I think we're going to put on a black wing. You guys know me, I'm not the best at wings. All right, I'm going to go into Damned and run it under my eyes. I love a good red eye. I love where makeup's going and how makeup's going, because never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd ever wear red eyeshadow. You know, there were purples and pinks and all that stuff, but red was like gothic or evil, quote unquote, you know what I mean? And so now to like it being my favorite color that I ever wear just cracks me up. Like it is my favorite eyeshadow. If I can pull off a fun red eye, makes me very happy. So I'm thinking, what do we think, guys? What else can we do to this to see? I think a black wing might be really nice. What do we think? Let's see. So it kind of brings in the black of my shirt. And yes, we're going to go to Sam's. and probably Hobby Lobby with this on. Oh, because I did that, I gotta thin it out. I am the queen of if you do too chunk here, you gotta thin it out that way. So be careful. Oh, that's fun. All right, I'm gonna stick my mascara on, do the other eye, and I'll be right back so we can talk about the lipstick I got. All right, so let's be honest, these are sisters, not twins. I'm trying. I played with it a bit, but you know, when you're doing it, it's hard. I will be honest, it's hard sometimes to recreate a look when you mess up over here and you redo and redo, and then this one you know, but I think I did pretty good. I am going under real quick, and I'm just gonna set that because I actually hit my eye multiple times when I was doing my mascara. I did use my fully amped from LA Colors, right? LA Colors. You know, I'm so bummed. I have still yet. I gave my last one away to a friend. I had a friend who I adore, and we're like the queens of buying something and then giving it away to each other. Like she bought a notebook, a journal the other day, and then I was like, "Ooh, I like that," so I got it, and you know, I bought an extra fully amped, and she was over here, and I was like, "You have to try this mascara. It's just for I think it was $3.99 or $4.99." I think Emily, I saw in the last video I used it, it was $5.99 on her thing, but I think for me it depends on where you're shopping at. So I think that's cool. All right, so I'm just going ahead and I'm using the Huda Beauty powder, setting powder in, what's this, I always remember what it's called. Pound Cake, and I just love this powder. And I'm doing that because you guys, when I first got on, you guys saw how greasy I was and how I was. All right, so the second thing I saw in the New Moon collection that I loved was, this was called Vampire Royalty, and it was a lip liner slash lipstick, and I just thought, oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. Sorry, I have the hair loose. So this is their lip liner. This is their New Moon lip liner, and it's in the color Vampire Laws. And it was a good burgundy lipstick. I'm gonna love this. Wow, this is going on. So smooth. I'm just so blown away by that. Okay, so I will be honest right now. My lips are not that great right now. I have been so dry and struggling with some chap around my dry lips. So you see what I just did? I just smeared lips lip liner into it, so of course it's gonna look worse. All right, so what I'm gonna do to give this some oomph, I don't want those tattoo lips that everybody has, where when your lipstick wears off, you end up, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna try to shade in a little bit. That's interesting. That doesn't really smear down. Interesting. Normally, like a lip liner you put on, you can kind of almost make it your full lipstick. So that's interesting. All right, and so this is the color Vampire Royalty. Now, in the tube, it's looking a lot like a pinky red. So, okay. I was not expecting that color. I think I was expecting like more of the lip liner. So we're gonna go in and kind of top that with the lip liner. Do you ever just so excited about your makeup day and then you just keep ruining it? That's me today. It's okay. It's okay. It really is okay. I'm gonna go in real quick and once again touch up my makeup, and of course I just put powder on, so it's gonna make it I'm gonna have to be extra careful how I proceed forward. So I'm going in real quick to kind of, that's a little too much. I don't know if you saw, I kind of smeared that. So just put a little bit of there. And then I'm going to go in. Okay. This is the driest lipstick I've ever seen, but it is so pretty. This is going to be in the running. So here's our problem. I have this chap thing going on right here. And so that's creating an ugly thing right there. And this lipstick is too, I don't know why I keep doing that. This lipstick is kind of setting in that, so that's weird. But I love the color. Oh my gosh, this lip liner, might be my new favorite thing. Look at this color. Do you see that? I mean, it's like, it is the perfect burgundy. And together, they do make a really cute combo. Problem is, my lips are so dry. And you guys know, I'm not the biggest lip balm fan. But yet, right now, I'm looking on my desk to see if I have any lip balms, because that's what would probably save this for me, is a little bit of a... And I don't have one, so I don't have any gloss on my lips. All right, we need to do a little bit of highlight, because to not highlight is a crime. I know Nikki Tutorials says not to prime is a crime. For me, not to highlight is a crime. So I'm going to go in and just do a little bit of gold. Ooh, I have an idea. I just had an idea. Okay, this is the fun part about makeup, is when you have an idea and you think it's going to work. Okay, going in with a really thin brush. This is my Rare Beauty Mesmerize that I've had forever. I'm going to go and tap that. See, it's just a tiny but subtle difference. And I'm actually going to go a little bit under my eye right there. Ooh, I like that. And a little bit on my nose, a little bit right here. And then the last place, a little bit on my Cupid's bow. Okay, I did get this new Laura Mercier Translucent Pure Setting Spray. I've used it a couple times, and I think it's okay. I'm not sure. Ooh, it really, you almost have to do it before you do the mascara, because I feel like it hits the mascara and it feels weird. All right, let's talk real quick about this ColourPop. I am in love. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting this, but you know what? Sometimes the funnest stuff is in the sales, because they're either getting rid of it or whatever. So like, to give you an idea, and I did a video on this, I think it should already be out. This is the Mandalorian palette that's going to Emily. This was $4. I mean, what a steal. $4. These things I think normally sell for $9. So ColourPop's never that expensive. She's going to love this. In particular, she's going to love that color. But it was on sale for $4. I picked it up, filmed a video. I actually really did like that color. It was fun. I was at, you can even do it at Ulta. I was at Ulta. I went to the clearance sections. I got this for $12. I think it was normally $24. I got it 50% off. This is their ColourPop. ColourPop has some huge wins. I actually have 2 more palettes from them. We'll do another video on those. I got the Star Wars and the Darth Vader palette, and I am so excited to dive into those. The Mandalorian, it was cute. I knew right away it wasn't my colors, but I bought it because I wanted the collection, but it's going to Emily. And then the lipstick and the lip liner, they're a little dry, but they're gorgeous. Oh my God, a black dress, a black smoky eye, and this on the lips, in. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. I know it's a little bit of a mess, but I had so much fun. I hope you guys know you are seen, you were loved, and I hope you have a blessed one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.